Hello guys, summer is officially over. It's getting a bit more windy and a bit more colder, but it's still okay outside. We still have some things to do on both cars. First one is the Volvo. I still wanted to do the transmission fluid and change out the cabin air filter, but a more pressing issue has arose. I don't know, but you know what I mean. So, annoyingly, one of the parking distance sensors has, I don't know, escaped, came loose, broke off. I don't know. But what is sure is that we need to take off the rear bumper to fix this. And while the manual says it's not that complicated, I don't know. We'll see. It's quite a big thing to take off, but yeah, that's the only way to get there. And we can see what is actually going on there. So that is the issue I am going to fix today. And then we'll see about transmission oil. But before we can actually start, there is another thing. We need to collect some walnuts in order to create some space and move both vehicles forward a bit. So let's see if this trick works for me. So those are a lot of nuts, and now you're thinking, oh, he's lazy, he's not gonna pick them up. Well, we kind of already did that. So yeah, gonna have a lot of nuts this winter. So in order to get rid of the rear bumper, we have this screw on this side, same one on the other one. There is two screws below somewhere. I don't know if I can already see it. Oh yes, this one. And then there is a second one over here. And then in each wheel arch we have 5. Ooh, yeah, it's a bit... It's more than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here is another one. No, yeah, focus. Don't know if you can see it. 6, but I thought the manual said 5. Anyway, so and then you need the help of a second technician, according to Volvo V50, and then we should be able to see what's going on behind the bumper. So you need a Torx 25. I know a 20 will fit as well, but I prefer to use the right one. Oh, look at this. They're really not stuck. Which is what I kind of like about this Volvo. I don't know if it is because it was always stored inside or just because of Volvo has some good engineers compared to the ones from the van. It's Italian and there's a lot of rust and stuck bolts going on there. Let's see. What are you focusing on, man? Anyway. Oh, well. Yeah, well, I guess that's broken. That's obsolete now. And yeah. The other one, just the same. That is because, yeah, you probably have hit things with that some point. I did run over a battery once. That wasn't too smart. Anyway, so it is possible to reach at the back of the bumper, so I can reach it. But yeah, I am pretty sure. I don't know. That something broke off, so I think it's better to I guess if you're really lazy, you can just like put some glue up in there and then just press it, but I don't know. Let's see if we can get the bumper off. Here we're gonna have to do some manual labor. Can I reach it? This is just like proper quality, like there's no rust whatsoever. I just hope we can refit everything, because I know the bumpers, they're all just, it's all plastic clips and stuff, so I hope nothing breaks off. Reckon there's gonna be a lot of dirt behind this. Okay, as far as I can tell, I got all screws that the manual was telling me about. So push this side down. Try the same with the other one. Okay, that's good. Like this. So there was a lot of arrows in the Volvo V50 software, but I don't really know where they were pointing to. It's always quite hard in 2 dimensions. But I think if we are careful enough... It does want to go. We have to be careful here below the lights. If you pinch it, then I'm gonna damage the paint. So I'm gonna take a break and see if I can consult the V50 software once more and get my second mechanic. So sorry about just filming my screen, but this laptop can basically barely run this virtual machine anyway. You can find this in 366 automatic monitoring and control, left-hand drive. Anyway, I mean, I don't think there is a lot of difference. And then parking assistance modules. This is not it. This is like the... What is it? Removal. No, this is not it. Sorry, guys. It is distance sensors, parking assistance rear. And then this is, of course, when we get the bumper off, cover bumper rear. So the 5 screws. Was 6, right? What is... We should see, like, where's the extra screw then? Anyway, scroll down. So, yeah, and that's what I did. And then you take it off. Okay, so not super helpful. This step requires assistance from another technician. Hello, other technician. Okay. Wacht, aan de andere kant ook even. So, some protection. Ja, oké. Iets naar beneden duwen, blijkbaar. Ja. Mag ik even? Juist aan de andere kant gegaan. Dus. Ja, alright. And now, don't drop it on the floor. Next step would be to disconnect this the cable, but let's see if we can. Yeah, it deglued itself. So I think it's best if we take off the entire bumper so we can clean it up and then re-glue. So it's basically this plastic thing. I guess the glue is just too old, and that came off. So sensor probably has some kind of retaining clip somewhere, like always. We push it at the back. Yes. Okay. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't know if there is a retaining clip. Anyway, maybe now it's maybe now it's time to upgrade and fit a badass body kit. Okay, now. Okay, so as I suspected, it just guess it's like heat glued on there or something. I don't know, but yeah. So we'll degrease this, clean this with the isopropyl alcohol, and then yeah, just I think I'm gonna just use some Sikaflex. I still have some lying around. So this is what I'm going to use, and it's actually easy to work with because of course this was dried out. I just put a little bit of plastic foil in between here to store it for a long time. It's been stored for a year now, and I just pulled this out of the tube, so it's quite easy to work with. And of course it's not art, so I just put an oven there. Let's fit it and clean up any excess that might come out. So just a little bit of that glue coming out. Let's see if we can get rid of it now. Some isopropyl alcohol, not too aggressive, but also not too kind. Keep pushing. Oh yeah, easy. It dissolves very easily. That's good. Could probably also use acetone, but on paint it's best to be a bit careful. It might be a bit too aggressive. It's already sticking, so I think we can just put the bumper back on and call it a day. Before I'm putting it back, let's just check the other ones, because maybe next month we have the same problem. No, this one is okay as well. This one, yeah, this one. So they're all, yeah. I don't know. What happened with this one. It got hit by something really weird, but there's like zero damage. So yeah, freak accident. Okay. First connect the cable. Okay, it does click. And then just een beetje, ja. Maar ik het er anders niet meer afkrijg. Gewoon erin schuiven en duwen. This just push it in. Ja. Okay. Snap. And then here to fit between. It didn't snap yet. I think that's it. Film. Yes, it's okay. Okay. Yeah, there you go. I think that's okay. So here you have to guide the brim in between and behind the wheel arc. But actually, I think it looks okay. The sensor is still where it should be. The seam is okay, at least on this side and this side too, I believe. Yeah, I think it's snapped into place everywhere. So now I will just screw it back down. So let's see if it'll work. And let's put my hand here. Works. So this puppy, we still have to do the transmission fluid and the pollen filter, the cabin filter. Now about the transmission fluid, I was actually ready to crack open the transmission and get the oil out, but then I wanted to check Volvo V50 in the service program to see what the actual interval is, and it seems there is no mention of the transmission fluid. So went online, checked out some forums, and it seems people say it's not needed to replace the transmission fluid at all. I did change it on our camper van Nigel, and I'm glad we did it because it really looked quite nasty. But there was also a tiny leak at the transaxle, at the CV axle, so there was not even enough oil left in there. But of course the Volvo doesn't have this problem. So just to be sure, I contacted the dealer where the car was always maintained and asked them if it was ever replaced, because, oh, hello, it's a pheasant trying to fly. Okay. So, because I knew the clutch broke down one time and left my, I think my mother or my father stranded. So I think when they replaced the clutch, there might be a chance that the fluid was changed. Anyway, I asked the dealership if they recommend it, but I'm gonna leave it for now, I think up until next service. And we'll just do the cabin air filter, which is a bit of a job because you have to remove the accelerator. Sorry, I had to think about the correct word. So we need to remove the accelerator pedal in order to access the cabin air filter. So that's going to be fun. So let's have a look by the car. By the way, the car is quite dirty. We need to give it a good clean after all this. So actually would probably never have found this on my own, but sorry. I think it is here behind this plastic cover. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. There is 3 bolts or 3 nuts. That's one of them. There's a second one, and then of course we need to disconnect the sensor. And yeah, that's I mean, each car has their own fun things, right? Luckily we replaced the lights with LED already, so we can actually see what we are doing. Okay, here we are then. It seems like, yeah, that's a socket 10. Now it's gonna be quite hard to film this, but I guess by now you already know how to unscrew a nut. Now guys, can you see the white thingy in the middle of the screen? Seems like they replaced the little bolt that's supposed to be there with a plastic thingy. So maybe I can get it loose by hand, and then I don't know, we'll see how far we get. So I managed to get the damn accelerator pedal out. Whew. It is just like this one, especially this one, is very hard to reach. I don't know how I'm gonna put put the nuts back on. This one is easy to remove. There should be a zip tie. It seems the dealer didn't really care about that. So yeah, well, it never came off, so I guess it's all good. Okay, now I guess we can finally, let's get a focus on there. We need this guy next. And here we have the air filter. I'm gonna take a special care to see how it comes out, in what orientation. I guess, wow, the outside is towards the front of the car. Damn, this is fun. Okay guys, I am going to need both hands, but I think you catch my drift here. Okay, so this is how it's coming out, with the arrow pointing to the front of the car. Now, I'm not sure if it's actually right. Come on. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I'm thinking they installed it the wrong way, eh? Pretty sure, look, airflow, so I guess this should come from the outside, and it's all clean. And then here, look at all that gunk. So I don't know if it's a big difference, but I guess if it doesn't matter, they wouldn't put an arrow on it. But yeah, this was definitely installed the wrong way, so I'm gonna check VIDA. Look, I'm gonna check VIDA again. So I think the arrow should be pointing inwards. So this is where you can find it in VIDA under 872. Air distribution, left-hand drive, of course. Right-hand drive probably won't have this problem. Here you can see the zip tie that we're talking about, but okay. And then airflow pointing inwards. Makes sense. I don't know. Do we have to like... This is like how we have to squeeze it in, like they... I don't know, they put like a 1 and a 2, but they actually forgot they actually forgot like to explain, but I guess you have to like squeeze it like this and then put it in, but with the arrow pointing inwards. Get it? I mean, you go through all the trouble to remove the accelerator pedal and then you install the cabin filter backwards? I mean, okay, I guess they were in a hurry or something. Anyway, let's get the new one. So, MAN filter, of course. I took the upgraded one with the, Pollen diesel soot mold, very fine filter. I have to change it every year. I'm not sure I'm gonna do this again next year. Maybe 2 years is also fine. And also here, it's also on the, there is a little manual. It says takes you 30 minutes. So that's nice. They say the same thing. Remove. They make it sound easy. And then same thing, airflow pointing forward. So how hard can it be? So it is indeed easier to fold it, like shown in the VIDA manual. So you need both hands and just like guide it in. I think the first part is the hardest, and then once it starts going, just have to like get it in completely, just by feel basically, because there is not a lot of space to work with here. What? Yeah, this is definitely the worst designed area of the car I already encountered. Yeah, it's in completely. Let's take care, because I was feeding the accelerator sensor connector thingy in as well. So once you get everything out of the way, it's actually quite easy to
to put the filter back in, so I think it does feel okay. I guess now it needs to relax a bit. Anyway, I think we just have to close everything up and try to get those little nuts back on. So this way you can actually reach the studs and try and feel where the nut has to come, but it doesn't. It is quite annoying. I think this is probably an easier job if you put the vehicle on the lift, then you can probably work from below, but doing this on the driveway is it is quite a workout, yeah. So I hope the old girl like to be touched there. Sorry, that sounds disgusting. I'm sorry, guys. Well, the accelerator works great. So this concludes the Volvo maintenance, at least for now. As you can see, I'm not in Belgium at the moment. I kind of left this footage lying around for way too long. Finally found some time and motivation to stitch this episode together. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll catch you in the next one. But I think it will take a bit of time before I'll have a next one. Yeah. Bye bye.